In the last review, I hinted that things were about to get spicy, but I was wrong. Episodes 7 and 8 had us on the edge of our seats. Episodes 7 and 8 were incredibly intense, making you wonder if someone like Dong-jin could really exist. He's willing to sacrifice his life for Mi-jung, even though they've barely met and his love is one-sided. The episode starts with Dong-jin monitoring Mi-jung's daily routine. He times himself to deliver groceries and finally meets her. They have a small conversation, even if it's just to check her order. Days go by, and Dong-jin keeps testing how long he can stay near Mi-jung. For Mi-jung, even a simple conversation with the delivery man brings a smile to her face, as it's been a while since she talked to a man. One day, Dong-jin stays longer than 10 minutes and loses his balance, breaking his ankle. He realizes that being within 10 meters of Mi-jung for more than 10 minutes is dangerous. Another time, he stays within the 10-minute limit but still gets into an accident. He realizes it was due to the number of exchanges they had. He concludes that more than 10 exchanges can also lead to accidents. While recovering in the hospital, Mi-jung is disappointed to see a different delivery man and hides a drink she wanted to give Dong-jin. Mi-jung usually takes a monthly bus ride, and this time, Dong-jin accompanies her, staying at the back of the bus, maintaining at least an 11-meter distance. On the return trip, the weather worsens, and Mi-jung offers her seat to an ajumma, reducing the distance between her and Dong-jin. Panicked, Dong-jin gets off the bus, and unfortunately, it's revealed that Mi-jung knows him as she calls out his name. Trusting his data that lightning never strikes the Han River, Dong-jin jumps into the river to avoid the incident. Dong-jin jumps into the river and isn't struck by lightning. He's taken away in an ambulance, suggesting he might have escaped the curse. In a flashback, we see Mi-jung noticing Dong-jin in school and even their little eye contact. Back in the present, Yoon-sil visits Dong-jin in the hospital, who asks for a favor. Yoon-sil takes Mi-jung on a trip and puts Dong-jin on the call. She asks Mi-jung if she has ever loved someone. Mi-jung confesses that she had feelings for her senior, Im Ik-jeon, who had epilepsy. It is then revealed that the Ik-jeon wasn't stung by a hornet, but Mi-jung had saved Ik-jeon from embarrassment during a seizure. After Mi-jung had answered all of Yoon-sil's questions, Dong-jin learns that Ik-jeon violated all the rules of death but is still alive. After meeting Ik-jeon, Dong-jin realizes that the only way to escape the curse is if Mi-jung reciprocates his feelings. Determined, Dong-jin prepares for his final mission. He packs his belongings, sends messages to Yoon-sil and his detective friend, and meets Mi-jung. He reveals himself as the delivery man, assures her that none of this is her fault, and leaves a gift from their classmates. The episode then ends with a truck approaching Dong-jin, as if about to hit him. At the end of episode 8, Dong-jin says, "Your patterns are quite simple," referring to the curse. He might escape the truck like he did with the lightning, but his survival isn't guaranteed. For that, Mi-jung needs to reciprocate his feelings. She knows his name, but having feelings for him is another story. I can't help but wonder if the writer has already planned a tragic ending. Furthermore, I'm still curious about Young-hyuk's role in all this. In episode 3, a female classmate mentioned that Young-hyuk was quiet and popular, but is now hated. Maybe he has a bigger part to play in the story. Also, when Mi-jung was talking about her past love, could it be that she mentioned Dong-jin? She said she loved only one guy, but maybe she added about having feelings for someone else too. And of course, Dong-jin couldn't have heard this as he had ripped the earbuds out and ran to his apartment. Anyways, what are your thoughts? Tell us.